it's so hot outside. We'll definitely do the next part inside. And also the pillow which I'm sitting on is like wet from the rain, so it's not the most comfortable things to sit on, but whatever. So, you wanna know how to achieve film look? Well, I'm definitely not a pro colorist, but I assume you also aren't. Otherwise, you would already know how to do it, right? When I color grade, I try to keep it simple and not overcomplicate things. That is what I will show you today, how to easily achieve the popular film look in your videos. I need to buy a new battery plate and new cable for the SSD because it's constantly shutting off. Crazy. First, I will show you how to do it in DaVinci Resolve on its own, then with plugin called Dehancer, and by the way, yeah, you can also use it in Premiere and Final Cut. And just few days ago, new version of DaVinci Resolve arrived. It's still in beta, but also a new tool arrived with it. Oh my god, next train. I'll kill myself today. What the hell is happening? And just few days ago, new update for DaVinci Resolve arrived. It's still in beta, but also new tool arrived with it, and it's called Film Tool Creator. So let's jump right in. Hey guys, my name is Phil, and before we dive into the film looks, first of all, I am in DaVinci Resolve, and first you need to set up your project. So go into the project settings, and I don't really care right now about the resolution or anything else. We need to do the crucial settings for colors. And first of all, as I said, I'm not a pro colorist, but this just works for me, and I found out the best result with this. Alright, you are in color management. Here you choose DaVinci Y RGB, and here timeline color space, DaVinci White Gamut Intermediate. But output, you want to have Rec 709, and here it depends where you want to stream it or put it, or into the television or onto YouTube, or if you are on a Windows computer or on a MacBook. So basically, if you are doing any video for online and you are on a MacBook, you want to go with Rec 709A. But if you are on Windows, I think it's Gamma 2.2 or Gamma 2.4. There is not that much big of a difference. I have here some example footage. This is from Blackmagic Pocket Camera 4K, and this is, for example, from GoPro, so you can also see on a different camera which doesn't have like raw settings. By the way, this is from a recent project for one band. I did a music video for them. It was pretty nice. But let's start from scratch now. Alright, so we start with the color space transform nodes. Put it right here, and that was shot on Blackmagic Design camera 4K, as I said. So put this one here, White Gamut and Film Generation 5, and as we are working in the DaVinci White Gamut color space, you want to put DaVinci White Gamut color space and DaVinci Intermediate. As I said, if you don't understand how color space transform works, watch a separate video from pro colorist, not from me, because I'm just doing what they are doing. But here you want to take it from DaVinci White Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate, back to the output color space which we set up before. So it is Rec 709 and here Rec 709A. This would be a typical setup, alright? But we want to work with film looks in DaVinci Resolve. So instead of the Rec 709A, we need to put Cineon film lock. When you look into the LUTs and film looks, here are the film looks which you want to use, the Rec 709. You can choose anyone which you like. They are designed for the Cineon film lock. Put here someone which you like. The D65, D55 and the other, it's basically the color temperature. I like the Fujifilm one. Put it in. Now you have the starting point. Alright, that's not all. This is the most complicated method of all of them, but I like it the most. Now, you want to correct exposure first. I like to do it with the HDR wheels or with the curves. I like it like that probably. Let's go with the contrast a bit. Here, just a little bit of saturation, so we have a good starting point. Alright. Now the fun part starts. There is a lot of you can go into and dive into in the color grading and stuff, but this is easy, how to easily and quickly achieve it. So let's quickly go through the fun part. I usually like to add in my film looks a little bit of yellow into the highlights. All right, there is several ways how you can do it. You can do it here in the color wheels with pushing in like that. But what I like to do, go here with the color picker, turn off saturation, turn off hue, and here now we want to go with the luminance. I find it around something like 60 or 70, it depends on your footage, are the highlights you will need to see, and also you need to soften it a bit, move it a little bit down, you need to play with it, you need to see what works for your shot. And now you can like add a bit of temperature, something like that. Now it affects almost the whole image, which I don't want to. I want just the highlights. Like that. You can see that the highlights are going towards yellow. Also in film looks, you have a lot of halation, a lot of glow, and a lot of grain. DaVinci Resolve has a lot of tools how you can do that. So first of all, start with halation. It's not really convenient to do it on a small MacBook, but that's what I can do. And here you can see it adds these reddish glowing edges to the shiny parts. And this is a bit too much for me, but if you like it like really go in hard, you can do it like that, but you can tweak it here. There is a lot of settings, but quickly just what you need for the most essential things is threshold. So the more you go up, the less halation there will be, and also the only shiniest parts will be with halation. And when you go down, even the shadow starts to get a bit of the halation. So I like to leave it just on the top somewhere. Here you can also view the isolated regions, and here you can control the strength, spread, saturation, and all the fancy stuff. All right, so when I turn it on, turn it off, you can see that it adds this halation effect on the edges. And you can see it in the old film looks. So you can tweak it to your liking. You can even do your own color. When you check this box, you can tweak the color of the glow and halation, but I think you get the idea. Next up, we have a glow effect. So put on a glow effect. I usually like to put it here on screen because it's more subtle and like has nice roll off. In shiny regions, when you put this on, you can see now which parts of the image are affected. You want to put this only on the highlights. So something like that. Then don't forget to put it back. And here you can control again the spread if you want more subtle glow or like more on just on the point. Here is the strength. A lot of other things again, but these are just the basics for the glow. This is doing something like Pro Mist filter when you put it in front of the camera. I actually like it more when you have it the actual real glass in front of the camera like I have right now. It's really subtle, but I like it more when it's in front of the camera than when you need to do it in post. And last but not least is the film grain, all right? Here you can choose from ton of presets. The 35mm are more subtle, 16 are more harsh, and 8mm are really harsh. So we can have a look at this. You can now see the grain. I hope you can see it on YouTube. Especially for this music video, I was going with more subtle look, so like 35mm, just to have tiny bit of the grain. And that is basically it for the film look in DaVinci Resolve. You can see that it has like this nice halation glow, it's soft film grain, but you can tweak it to your liking. Basically, there's a lot of options. You can go really hard or keep it a bit subtle like me. I will show you also a different options, different setups. All right, we can see here a different take from the same music video. And what I want to show you here, I have bought a pack from Just K. He's really awesome YouTuber. If you don't follow him, go right now. And he has ton of good stuff on his YouTube channel and also on his store. He has ton of LUTs, presets, and a bunch of it. He has such nice colors. I love his stuff. And I just bought his master bundle. He also included his special developed texture for a really nice image, which represents also like a film look. So when we apply the texture, When I turn it off, turn it on, you can see it adds the glow, the texture. When I play it, it's a bit hard on the computer, but you are just good to go with this texture. Or you can go pretty crazy with this, like this one, for example, do like push the effects. I put the 8mm grain, a lot of glow, a lot of halation, and you can just play with it. Also, you can add this like film burns or film damage or film overlays to even accentuate the effect more and add it more life. I like to do that. For example, with these color burns, you just put this in, set it for screen, bang. You have really nice effect, for example, for transitions, like that. Really nice. Or you can add these film mats for more stylized looks, and you can find them online. There is a bunch of them. For example, on the Just K website, I think he even have some, or on the Tropicolor, and bunch of more. When you want to color grade a different footage that is not raw, or your iPhone footage or something like that, you need to do it all manually. You don't have the color space transform nodes. So here you need to correct the exposure, saturation, white balance, and here it's the same, halation, glow, and grain. Here you have the nice tool from new version of DaVinci Resolve, and you can add the density. You can pick each colors, or you can add it here. And you can see it like not pushes the saturation, but it like deepens the colors, which also the film stack is doing. And you can see that with the LUT I'm cheating a bit because it's not the Cineon film log. You just pull it down a bit in the key output. It works. Now let's jump into Dehancer. What is even Dehancer? They got a ton of options on their website for photography tools, filmmaking tools, and ton of more. Today I'll be covering the Dehancer Pro for DaVinci Resolve. It's the same for Premiere and Final Cut? Yeah, Final Cut. And you can just develop these nice film looks easily with tons of presets, ton of options, and it's easy and really, really quick. Most of it they are doing, you can achieve in DaVinci Resolve, as I shown you now, and you can do it even more nodes, like more professional, and you can really dial in these looks which they have built into Dehancer. But in Dehancer, you just click few buttons, tweak it a bit, and you are done. When you are doing it manually in DaVinci Resolve, well, that's ton of work. And it also takes time and skill to make it. Now I want to show you some examples of the Dehancer in action. I try to really dial it in so it looks similar like my film look from DaVinci Resolve. Alright, so for example, this is the shot from DaVinci Resolve, and here you have the version with Dehancer. It looks pretty similar. Also here you have another option, this is with Dehancer, and this is from me. And here, even with the GoPro. Not bad at all. Alright, we can try now a different footage so we can see how it works also with different shots. You can see right now I just applied the grade from the previous one from the Dehancer Pro, and it already looks pretty nice. But what you want to do with the Dehancer? Here you have the color space transform, but I found out for the Blackmagic cameras it's kinda janky. I'll show you right now. So you put choose camera here, Blackmagic Design, Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and it looks weird. It like doesn't look as it should. So I rather stick to the color space transform nodes. Here leave it on Rec 709. So here you put the first color space transform node, you already know this one. Blackmagic Design White Gamut Gen 4/5, Blackmagic Design Film Gen 5, DaVinci White Gamut, DaVinci White Gamut Intermediate, put another color space transform node, DaVinci White Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate, and here you are not putting out the Cineon film log, but Rec 709 and Rec 709A for MacBooks. This is the basic setup. It looks kind of weird, right? With the Dehancer, because you need to tweak it a bit to fit your liking. You have ton of options here, as you can see. Here you can choose the film stack, like you would actually do in a film camera, which film you put inside. That's pretty cool. Here you also have the print. Here you have, for example, the same prints which we used in the DaVinci Resolve previously, and also film grain, halation, bloom, and ton of other stuff. You want to start with the film stack because it makes the whole image, it makes the whole vibe and everything. So there is a lot of good one. You can see Kodak Gold, for example, Vision Free. You can use some of the Fuji films. CineStill is also good, but we can try, for example, the Kodak Gold 200. And then you can choose if you want to use the film print or not. You can see here there's the Cine on film log, but we can try the Kodak Fujifilm. We can go with the Fujifilm, I think. That looks nice, yeah. If you need to correct the exposure, you can do it either here, and you can, if you have subtle adjustments like the temperature, you can keep it a little bit warmer. You can do it here, or you can put another nodes here and do it like you are used to in your DaVinci Resolve, like in the previous workflow. And here you can just tweak it and all works fine. Here in Film Developer, you can enable it and you can basically correct the chemicals, how the film is developed. But I usually don't go too much into this one. I usually leave it blank. But what I like is this next one, film compression, all right? I like this one a lot. When you enable it, it like kind of softens and splash the image a little bit together. It puts the white a bit down and the blacks a bit down, and it makes the film feel. It's really nice feature, I think. You can see what it does in the highlights. You can even control it here, the impact of it, so we can maybe have it like here. I like it. And also, what's really nice, you have here the color density, which I shown you before on the GoPro footage, and it just makes the colors richer. You also have it here on the print, so we can try it. You can see it makes the grass like more saturated, but also no, it makes it just richer. Here you have the film grains. It's pretty similar to film grains you have in DaVinci Resolve. Maybe we can go a little bit heavily right now. So like this. Oh yeah, it looks nice. Here you also have the halation, and you can again choose here from different films, and no rimjet is pretty heavy effect. I'm not going into details. So when you put this on, you can see it goes pretty heavily. Here you have the bloom or glow. Again, you can choose which one you like. I like this one. Here you can apply the film damage. What's really cool, I don't know if you can see that. I will turn off the grain for a bit so you can see it. You see the streaks and the damage. You don't need any assets, as I told you, anything else, just the one plugin. There is a film breath. I don't really use it. You can see it like breathing colors like a tint. I don't really like it. And also gate wave. It like moves the image in a kind of weird way. It's like the wave of the projector, I think, but I don't really like it, so we can close this one. Overscan, that's really a nice feature. Look at that. When I enable it, whoo, look at that, really nice, huh? And by the way, this video is not sponsored by them, but Dehancer sent me the copy of their product and I have a discount for you. When you go to dehancer.com, order anything and use coupon code Grony10, you will get a 10% discount and I will get a small affiliate fee. When you go to the dehancer.com and use my promo code Grony10, I will get a small affiliate payout and you will get a 10% discount. And if you do so, thank you so much for supporting the channel. But here we have the overscan. It's really, really nice. You can see here what it does. Basically, it adds the film border and you have a ton of options. Bing, boom, bang, bam. So you can even tweak it. You can add the exposure of this guys, scale, bang, boom, bang, gate defocus. I like this one because it like blurs the edges a bit. You can even let it move a bit, so it's moving. Here you can go creative with it, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I love it. Here you can even put vignette. I love vignette. It like adds more depth to the shot and accentuates the middle of the frame. So you can tweak it here. And then you can even generate your own LUT with it and ton of other options, but these are the basics which I'm using, which I like, which I wanted to cover and which I wanted to really show you because it's really nice plugin. Even though only one downside, it's really pricey. At the time of recording, it is like for $49 US. So yeah, it's even more expensive than the DaVinci Resolve. I would consider buying it, but it's a really great tool. It's really great tool. Honestly, I'm blown away. I didn't expect that it will be that good. There are some flaws and some mistakes which can be improved. Maybe the price can go a little bit down, but I think if you just need to generate film looks quickly and you just don't want to waste your time on learning it and tweaking it all the time, buy it, because it's a huge time saver. Ooh, I even forgot about one thing in the dehancer. Watch this, color head. Oh yeah, and now here you can do also the yellow in the highlights, which I was doing previously with only the DaVinci Resolve enable. And with the highlight tone, you can get nice yellows in the highlights. And also, when you pull down the shadows, you get blue in the shadows. So I just wanted to mention that because I'm also using this. I totally forgot about it. Also, they even have a mobile app, so you can even use film looks on the go and put it on your mobile footage or whatever you would like to on the go in your pocket. Again, here you can see some of the results with the dehancer plugin applied already on a different footage. I think it just looks pretty nice. With the next tool, you can do color grade in just one single node, which is really crazy, and it's even built into DaVinci Resolve. Let's go. I have the beta version of DaVinci Resolve, but it will be out soon, I think. But it is called Film Look Creator. You just paste it in, and here you essentially have your color space transform. So let's put it in. We already know that one. Here you have the output white point. You can play with it. Here is the D55, D60. It's just adjusting the white point, so you can go through and choose which one you like. So first of all, here you can even choose the custom thing what you want to do. This is cool. Yeah, let's start off with default 65mm. Then you have a ton of other things here, as you can see, as in the previous dehancer. So let's quickly go through all of this. Here you have all your color settings, so we can maybe tweak down a bit the highlights. When you are using raw footage, you can even do highlight recovery. It will do a more nicer roll-off for the highlights. Here you can just go through all the settings. What's really nice here is the fade. You can see on the scopes what's it doing. It's just taking the blacks and pushing them a bit more up. So it like more flattens the blacks. Subtractive saturation is really nice saturation. It's working differently and it's really nice. Split tone, what's doing split tone? Putting different color to your highlights and to your shadows. From first there is a basic teal and orange grade. You can tweak it here with the hue angle. I don't really use this one. Here you have the halation. You can play with it. Again, it's doing the same thing, putting the halation on the shiny things, shiny objects. You have the bloom, which you can do. It's also for the highlights. Here, the typical film grain. You can go with the 8mm. You can see now it's pretty heavy grain. You can have in flicker here. I don't like it. I will just put it off. Gate wave, I don't like it. Put it off. Film gate. You also have the film gate here. I didn't find the option here to like put on the edges, the cutouts, which I like more with the dehancer. And also there is like more options in the dehancer, I think. That's definitely better with dehancer, the film gate. You also cannot choose the exact film stock here and everything else, but you have ton of other options here which you can play with, and this is like a free option, not packed with ton of features like dehancer, but still pretty great natively in DaVinci Resolve. And you have the whole grade in one node, which is really crazy. So once again, if you like dehancer, you can get it down below in the description with 10% discount when you use the coupon code. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.